Hello again, everybody, and thank you for coming to our next presentation. It gives me great pleasure to welcome on stage Sarah from Just You and TravelSphere. There you go, enjoy.
Hi everyone, thanks for coming today, all with your coffees. So I'm going to just put my water down. I look after TravelSphere and Just You, and they're two Escorted holiday brands, and I'm going to go through both of them today. So we're going through quite quickly, but there'll be time for questions at the end. So first of all, I wanted to touch on Just You, because the solo market is the biggest growing part of our travel market at the moment. Over half the population are single or on their own, and our holidays are just designed for solo travellers. So we like to say you travel solo but never alone. We are the market leader. There isn't another brand that's solely, purely dedicated to solo travellers. There's lots of brands that have offers on solo, but every single person on our group is choosing to travel solo, having their own room, with no single supplement. And they might be travelling with friends as well, but they just choose to take want separate rooms, but they want to travel with other people. They want to travel with like-minded people, and that's exactly what the holidays are all about. So there's lots of experiences in any tour, as many of you have probably been on a tour or you've been on a cruise and excursions. And what we like to do is have that perfect blend of flexibility and excursions included as well. When you travel on a Just You holiday, you'll always dine as a group at some point every day. Every single day includes breakfast, and that's really important for us because as a solo traveller, and if you've never travelled on your own before, it can actually be quite nerve-wracking. I've done it where you think, right, I'm going down for breakfast, everybody will be there, and we'll all head off together. The evening meals are included on some of the tours, or maybe lunches as well. But we also like, as I say, to give you that free time because, let's face it, if you're going to Italy or Tuscany, you don't necessarily want to eat in the hotel every single night. You're going there to taste the food and the wine as much as experience the local culture as well. Now, as I mentioned, I talked about the free time. So it's really important to us, and this is where we do differ from our sister brand, TravelSphere, that we build in a lot of free time because we know that our solo travellers want to go off and explore as well. They don't necessarily always want to be part of the group. They might have met friends in the group. They might want to do things on their own, or actually just read a book and sit around the hotel and enjoy the local cocktails or coffees at the hotel. So you get a perfect blend of that. We understand, and I think this is both with TravelSphere and Just You, that a holiday is a holiday, isn't it? It's not a mission. We want to relax, we want to enjoy, we want to soak it all up, and Just You gives that perfect blend. Now, the tour managers, I've been speaking to a few of you today, and I spoke to a lady earlier that said their tour manager made their holiday. Our tour managers are second to none, and they are different to our other brand, TravelSphere. And the reason is because they know how to bring a group together. They know that everybody's travelling. There might be somebody nervous. There might be somebody that's super confident that's travelled with Just You 20 times before, or it might be somebody's first ever trip. That tour manager will be able to bring you all together, and they'll also be able to take you off the beaten track. It's why people take a tour, because you get to experience things that you could never, ever do if you travel independently. If you want to know the best shop for the best tea towel that you've got to take home for your family, or, you want to buy some special wine to take home, or you just want to go for a quiet little meal on your own, they know the best places. And they actually are scoring the highest scores at the moment. Their NPS score is over 90. So that's when you get a questionnaire and you fill out 1 to 10 and you rate people. It means that our customers are scoring our tour managers higher than anybody else in the touring industry at the moment, which is great. There's different types of holidays. If you want to travel around and see all those places in one go, there's lots of bigger tours that you can do. There's more leisurely holidays for solo travellers where you stay in maybe 1 or 2 hotels. You don't have to move around all the time. And we've got a great range of more active holidays. Our walk-in holiday programme is expanding as well, which I'll mention. Now, we've also launched a great new product called Just You Women. And we launched this on International Women's Day last year, and we've got 18 tours just for female solo travellers. and that has been something that's been really popular, and we're looking to expand in the future. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, how many people will I be travelling with? So our maximum group size is 15 to 35. We believe in finding the right group size for the destination that you're going to. So if you're going to Africa with us, a lot of our group sizes are only 15 because that's perfect for the destination that you're going to. But maybe if you're travelling at peak time to Tuscany, the group size might be around 35. Our average group size this year is currently sitting at about 22 to 24. So we're looking forward to taking lots of solo travellers on holiday, but we will never, ever go above 35. I mentioned before about our active holidays, but some of the key points for Just You is every single person gets a room of their own. We never ask people to share, and it's always a double or a twin room for sole occupancy. It's not a single room. Also, there's no single supplement as well, so the price that you see in our brochure is the price that you'll pay. We've built that in. We've been working with our hoteliers now for so long that we get allocated specific rooms because we're coming back year after year. I mentioned breakfast every day, but there's also welcome and farewell meets as well. So there's drinks, welcome drinks. There might be a welcome meal or a farewell meal. It varies depending on the tour, but you'll always get together at the start and the end of the tour, which is normally a great celebration. And I've been on a Just You tour, and I can hear the laughter from lots of different rooms away with everybody enjoying themselves together. We are protected as well, so obviously we've been through some quite tough times, and I just wanted to reassure you that we actually operate an independent trust fund at Travelsphere and Just You. So that means your money doesn't come to us until after you've travelled. It sits in an independent trust account, perfectly safe. If we have to cancel the holiday, we're able to refund it quite really quickly for you. So your money is 100% protected. We're also ATOL and ABSA bonded as well. We were the first mainstream operator to be given the WTTC stamp during the COVID pandemic, to mean that we're adhering by all of their health and safety procedures as well. So lots of reassurance, you'll be well looked after, you've got your tour manager, you've got your own room, and we also support local communities. That's really important to us. We operate something called Just You Cares, and you'll see it in our brochure or on our website, and the guys at Lincolnshire can tell you about it as well. But that is where we look after communities. So, for example, on our Sri Lanka tour, we take you to a cafe called the Shri Cafe, and that's run by the women's group in Sri Lanka, and it helps empower women to be equal members of society there. And you learn to cook the dishes, you have something to eat, and it's a great stop-off point, and it really is a feel-good moment for you, but also giving back to the local community as well. The big tours, I just want to quickly mention at the moment, lots of people are booking the US national parks. It's really popular. I think what we've found coming out of the last 3 years, which I've mentioned a few times, and we want to move forward, is lots of Europe being booked, but also those dream destinations. That place that you've always thought about going is now the time to book. Canada and the Rockies as well, and the Rocky Mountaineer is always a classic. We offer Silver Leaf and upgrades to Gold Leaf as well, but USA and Canada are definitely top on people's lists right now. And we've got this iconic tour, and I always like to mention it, basically because I like the picture of the gorilla, but we do trekking in Uganda as well to see the gorillas, and that was actually one of the first tours we operated last year, and it was such a great moment because the group saw a lot of gorillas, and you're in a small group of just 12 on that tour. So that is, again, an iconic one if you're looking for tick something off that bucket list that we've all got. Our top-selling Europe tour at the moment is Pompeii, so I'm not going to go through that now but in detail, but it's that iconic tour, seeing the sights of Pompeii, Naples and Sorrento as well. But we have a new tour for 2023. As I mentioned, our walking program's getting bigger. So it's brand new in the brochure is our walking in Cotswolds. We do walking in lots of other places in the UK as well. So if you've never taken a Just You tour and you're perhaps thinking, well, I would like to try it, a 5-day tour is perfect just to experience in the UK. You'll meet the group at the hotel and you get to stay for 4 nights, and you'll do some walking trips with an expert guide in the UK. Okay, so that's Just You, and we've got a little video here. So let's hope.
this morning, we were up early and we went to see the Amber Fort, and it was breathtaking. It was really, really amazing, like nothing I've ever seen in my life. I wouldn't have done any of this on my own. I wouldn't be getting up and getting out early and visiting places. In fact, it's got to be one of the most amazing holidays ever. I think this is the first place that's really taken my breath away. I stood at the top and I just looked out over the vast hills. I think it was my eat, love and pray moment. I just stood there and just went into my own world, looking at the scenery, and it was gorgeous, complete serenity.
That's Claire Sweeney, who's our ambassador for the brand, and she travels with us quite a lot on her own holidays. And you saw the lady in the pink top in the picture, that was Marsha, one of our loyal tour managers that's been with us for nearly 20 years. So they have a great time. Okay, so I'll go on to now TravelSphere. So TravelSphere is our sister brand to Just You. It's mainly for couples, but we do welcome solo travellers as well. So we've actually just celebrated our 60th birthday last year. So we're now into our 61st year of operating, starting with a coach tour of Colwyn Bay, actually, and then into China and Russia. And now we travel worldwide with a huge program to Italy. We've also got Croatia and USA, Canada, and Asia as well. We like to say we were reimagined in 2017, and that's because we were bought by a new business. We're sister brands to another activity brand called G Adventures as well. But we also introduced lots of promises to our customers too. So we operate the same as Just You, 15 to 35 on your group. So you won't be travelling with 55 other people to go to Graceland on a coach. Our maximum group size there is 35, and that's really important to get that. You can move around still on a coach, there's still spare seats, so it doesn't mean everybody's crammed in. Now, guaranteed departures, a lot of people, when they book tours, it's really important for you to know that that trip is not going to get cancelled because it's not hit a minimum number. If people have never been on a tour before, it's quite a strange thing to say, well, I'd normally book a holiday and it will always operate. But group touring needs to hit a certain number and able to operate. Now, we've brought in guaranteed departures. So that means when you look in the brochure, when you look online, and when you talk to the Lincolnshire Co-op team, especially, they will be able to tell you that that departure is guaranteed to go. We will not cancel it, whether there's 4 people on it, or 24 people on it, or 34 people on it. That trip will not be cancelled. It will 100% operate, and we have the same promise with Just You as well. We're the only mainstream operator to operate that, to bring in the guaranteed departures. Again, like Just You, we operate an independent trust account. So that means, again, your money is safe, you can book in confidence and know that you're fully protected. And of course, you've got your holiday directors, so your tour managers with you as well. And we want to make sure you get great value for money, because that's why you come on a tour. You want to see things, experience things, and do things that are different, taste new things, and see new places. So I mentioned the group size. I won't go talk about that again. And booking with confidence, you've got your ABTA and ATOL with us, and your trust account. Now, there's lots of different experiences when you travel, so whether that's going to the deep south and you take a backstreet New Orleans tour, on our Indian trips we go on a tour with street kids to taste local cuisine, and Italy, you'll see the Truly houses, all those things, depending on where you want to go and what you want to get from your holiday. We try to make sure as many excursions are included as possible, but also there's those optional ones in case you want to do something a bit different to the rest of the group. Now, food. We're all going on holiday because we want to eat and drink as much as we can. Every single TravelSphere tour has something that we call a local flavour. So that's something where we take you to taste something, or whether that's food, wine tasting, take you to a local place that's normally run by a family, and you get to experience that local cuisine, whether it's pizza making, sushi making in Japan. There's lots of wine tasting opportunities. We all like food and drink, so make sure you're not on a diet on any of our trips. So some of the top selling tours at the moment, where should you book to go? The number one top-selling tour right now for Travelsphere is our Grand Tour of Italy. We found that people want to take in Italy right from the top to the toe and experience every single main attraction. So this tour will take you right from Venice, just making sure I've got it the right way around, down to Sicily as well. So you get to experience everything, and you're moving around every few days on this tour. So what we like, this is called our classic tour. There are more relaxed tours, but we're finding people are going, right, I want to do Italy, and I'm going to do the whole lot in one go, and they take the Grand Tour. We've also got a really popular Deep South tour, and this one has been revamped recently, actually. So it's 12 nights, and you'll fly into Atlanta and out to New Orleans. So it does include a New Orleans tour. We do take you to Gracelands, and it does have entrance to Elvis's house included in that as well. So lots of the things included. You go to the Country Music Hall of Fame. I have to look down because there's so much you do on this tour. But it really is a top tour for music lovers. There's a lot included on this tour, and it's 12 nights. And the fourth top-selling tour right now is Treasures of Turkey. This has sprung from nowhere. Greece and Turkey are so popular right now, but our Treasures of Turkey is a real great blend of history, culture, and you're getting to see those sites, again, that you probably would never do if you went on your own independently. So this is, like I say, we thought Italy, USA, and Portugal or Croatia would sell well, but Turkey has come out of nowhere. So if you're thinking of going here, I think this is definitely the year you should be booking it. And just one more, I haven't got a slide on this one, but we've just introduced a brand new tour this week. It's our Egypt tour, and it's 7 nights, 3 nights Cairo, 4 nights Nile cruising. You get to see the pyramids, the Sphinx, and there's also daily afternoon tea served on the cruise every day. That tour launched this Thursday, and it's going really well. It's one of those trip destinations I think that people are keen to see, and that in Jordan, particularly after the last 3 years. So here's a little video about Travelsphere, and then we'll look at questions.
One of the things I love doing is having a little glass of wine with friends, and so today it's going to be a great day out. We're kicking off with a visit to the vineyards at Hanura, where I'm going to be sampling wines and then possibly buying a bottle or 2 or 3, 4 or 5 or 6 or 7.
I am quite a wine lover, and to be able to see the grapes on the vines in the country that they're grown is something that I think would be quite special.
So you see, now I know all about how to make a bottle of wine, and this is the best part, tasting it all. And this rosé is utterly gorgeous. What has made me smile today is Liz, who has been asking endless questions. Essentially, they all boil down to one thing: how much wine can I get into England without having to ship it?
That's Penny Smith. Again, she's our travel ambassador and travels with her partner on our trip. She has been to Jordan, Croatia, Italy, obviously, and planning further destinations like Canada with us as well. So, as I mentioned, the foodie moments are very important for us, as you can tell. So thanks for your time. I'm sorry I had to whiz through it quite quickly today, but hopefully you get a sense of what our special solo brand, Just You, is all about, and also Travelsphere, one of the longest standing escorted touring operators. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to take them. Or have I covered everything? There's no question. Oh, we have a question. Thank you. So the question was, on multi-destination or maybe multi-country tours, do we keep the same tour manager or do we change them throughout? We try our best to keep the same tour manager. So, but if you were booking a back-to-back Australia and then New Zealand tour, they're 2 separate tours, so it would be 2 different tour managers. But our Vietnam and Cambodia would be the same tour manager as well. So yeah, we try to keep the same one all the way through. I can't think of occasion where we have split it, but I don't want to say, Yes, just in case something happened with one of them. But yes, absolutely. We also have local guides join the tour as well. So they might be different throughout, depending on whether you're in Vietnam or Cambodia. So they just accompany the tour manager to make sure that they've got all the knowledge. And if you've got any other questions or places you want to go to, they can help you and take you there. Thank you very much for your question. Any others? No? Okay, well, thank you very much for your time today.